This video wasn't part of the presentation I made at the GIC 2011 conference on how I've used Sentinel Visualizer in my research in this carbon fraud scandal, but I've included it here so you can see how I've been using this software to research the story. Basically, what I'm going to do now is taking the easy way in. When we started the investigation back in 2009, there were 7 people arrested in London area. We had no names of the people involved, and only the cities that they were living in. No contact information of any kind, so we could identify them. What I have now is a list I've compiled of the people who have been charged, arrested, or facing trial in this case. Numerous other arrested, but not all names are out. And I have also some companies I'm going to show you here. This is the file with names. These are people who have been charged, as I said. I'm going to pick out one of these and show how Sentinel Visualizer can reveal the connections in such a research as this one. You have this person, Fras Mir. He's facing trial in Germany in connection with VAT fraud. And now I'm going to open his sheet in my database here. It's going to look like this. As you can see, I have a photo of the man. There's a possibility of adding metadata to the sheet, topics, notes, documents. Here I could add any sort of document that I want to if I had collected recordings, whatever. And there's this sheet called relationships. This is the important part, and I'm going to show how Visualizer how Sentinel Visualizer can aggregate and demonstrate the connections to the independent nodes in this database. What we have in this that I have opened is the complete Danish registry of carbon traders. I've fed all the information that I had from an Excel spreadsheet into the database, and each information has been registered as a node in the database. Here you have pre-mentioned Mir Fras, that's his sheet here, and you can see he's connected to an account in the Danish registry which was named Mir Fras. There's a little X on the side which marks that this node can be opened, that there are other connections than the ones on the screen right now. So I'm going to click on the X and it will open up, and as you can see we have the email address, another person linked to the Mir Fras account, another email address linked to the Mir Fras account. We have the address where it was registered. We have a company that's related to Mir Fras, the city that it was registered in, and 2 telephone numbers. The numbers are truncated, but I have the correct numbers in my database. It was an error on my behalf, and I never got to correct it. But as you can see, this phone number is linked to 2 other accounts or nodes in my database. We have Greenhouse Energy, and we have this, yes, as you can see here. Up here we have Vector Energy. There's also a little X mark. I'll return to that later. By opening up all the nodes, traverse this network that Mir Fras is linked to. Here we have a Danish account. It's a Danish company called Drivhus Energy, which was established in Copenhagen by, let me open here, like this. It was established. There's the Danish telephone numbers, fax number, and we have the address. It was opened by one Dudia Mohammed Iqbal. He's been arrested in Dubai. He's also connected to this Greenhouse Energy account. You can see here that the Münster Landstraße address, which is connected to the Mir Fras account, it has an X mark, which means that there's additional info on that one, and that's the connection to a company called Lösungen 360 GmbH. It's a German company, but this is related to Mr. Patel Irfan. He's at trial in Germany. There's an address in the UK, in Preston. There's another address here, and there's a person here, Patel Sarfaraz. And as you can see, he's linked to a company this is a Danish company, this is a Polish company, and this is a Swedish company. So just by opening up this Mirfras character here and a short few clicks, I've divulged a complete network of companies set up all over Europe, Germany, Poland, UK, and which is the ideal machine for VAT fraud. You have to circulate the credits that you're trading through several EU countries to scrape off the VAT and steal the money. One of the possibilities, one of the functions in Sentinel Visualizers, you can change the layout of your network. You can resize it to fit the screen. So you can see out here. You can see there's some possibilities. You can add items as you work on the display, and when you add items here, you have the possibility of entering them into the database. You can choose gradients, which will mark the importance of the single nodes. When I do that, you'll see some of them turn red. I have manually encoded some of them to have a high level of importance. With this Patel Irfan, I raised his weight to 100, which is the maximum, when I found out that he was being charged from Germany. And as you can see, I'm going back to 100% here. You have the possibility to track down the connections, and that's how we used the software in our research. To find the hidden connections between companies such as this one in Denmark and this one in Sweden and in Germany, etc. What we naturally had to do after locating the connections here was to go out in the meat space, so to speak, and check it out. And this is what is in the PowerPoint has been described as gumshoe reporting. We went and knocked on the doors to see who were behind these accounts in the Danish carbon register. When I checked up Vector Energy here, you can see it opened a link to a company down here called AHT Texas. It's a Pakistani company which has been providing websites and data services for companies all over Europe, and all these companies are involved somehow in the gigantic VAT fraud scandal. You have Roter Stern. It's a German company which was shut down a while ago. You have First Bancorp, which was an online payment platform which was used to generate the transactions that were used to generate the VAT that was stolen off. And that's basically it. There are several programs online, also free software that you can use to generate these graphical visualizations of the networks. But what's been an important part for me in using Sentinel Visualizer is the ability to add unlimited amounts of data to the single nodes. You could include files, links, or whatever you want to import into the single node, and by that way build up your large database of data you wanted to analyze.